Greetings and welcome to Mediumship Night on the Medium channel. And we are hoping for a better fate than when we tried to do this last week. So this is supposed to be Equinox mediumship readings, but we had technology issues, so we had to postpone till today. So here we are. Everything appears to be working well. Fingers crossed. And this is really about just opening up and connecting with those on the other side to bring messages through from your loved ones in spirit. I'll explain how I work, how this works in a minute. We'll do about an hour or so of readings. I'll try to get as many messages and as much information through as I can in that time. But for right now, I'm just going to say a few quick hellos while people are getting their notification and starting to find us. So we have Lindsay and we have, hi, Let's Spirit Guide, Laura and Karen again and Judy. Welcome all. Welcome all. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Doreen and Lisa and Karen and Katie. Welcome, welcome. So you just jumped up from 16 to 31. So I think people are starting to get there. Yeah, that'd be nice if you guys hit the like button. And if anybody's here watching this as a video, I should have said that at the beginning, but if you're watching this as a video, don't go anywhere. Your loved ones may still come through. And I'll probably repeat that before I begin. That way people will get the message. Anyway, such a wonderful evening. Yeah, beautiful fall evening. It's supposed to get down to the mid-30s tonight. So this is likely to be our first frost here, my location in the Catskill Mountains. So hello, Beverly, Miss Kelly P. Welcome. Annette, Patsy, Lindsay, Mike Reicher, Beverly, welcome from the UK. All righty then. I think I said hi to Michael earlier, but not. We'll say hi again. Oh, so let's just go over some of the ground rules, and we'll start doing the messages. This is your first live, Karen. Well, welcome. Hopefully, this will be a great experience for you. And this is a good time for all of you to just say a little prayer. Put that out there to those in the spirit world. It's really up to them. It's not up to us. But when we pray, we actually help to open up a connection, and it makes it easier for mediums like myself to connect with them through your prayer energy. Yes, the Catskills are beautiful, Beth. I love it here. And hello from Denmark, Sophie or Sophia. I can't read. I think Sophie. Okay. And hello, Millie. So people are slowly but surely are finding us. So hello, Non-Neek86. I think that's what it says on the God, even with my glass, I'm not seeing this. All right. So anyhow, I'll take my glasses off and I'm going to put them back on because this really is an art form for medium, because to get messages, I need to be in my receptive mind, which in the brain's hemisphere would be the right side of the brain. So I need to be in my receptive, but I have to see your comments and respond to your comments. So I have to look. So I have to be in both sides. So in other words, I've been doing this a while, and it usually goes pretty seamlessly, but this is sort of my own training, I guess, for lack of a better word. So that's how it works. So when I'm starting out, I won't know who I'm with. I'll get some information. I'll try to get a few bits of evidence through so that not 100 people are saying that might be for me, that might be for me. In a perfect world, I'll get something that'll be specific enough that only one, maybe two people take it. Then we get more information and kind of work our way down that way. Now, there's only one rule. Anybody that died can come through. That can include neighbors, that can include pets, that can include in-laws. And the idea of being the receiver of the information, that you want to be open and inviting and welcoming to anybody. Spirit knows best. You might be hoping your mom comes through, and then your husband, third cousin dominates the session. Well, I can't help that. Maybe that person had a lot to say, but Spirit knows best. And I find at least 8, if not 9 times out of 10, the people that are open and they're gracious for whoever comes through will get connection with at least one, if not more, of the people that they're hoping to come through. Now, in this type of a format, right now there's only 39 on, so it may be a smaller group, but we usually have about 80, sometimes close to 100 on. So we're doing more greetings, quick messages, quick validations, so we can get to more people. But hopefully we, us, me, and them are able to get pertinent and relevant information. I like to get detailed, accurate validation. So when I'm working, I don't know who I'm with. I'll get the validations. I may get names or initials. That could be who they are, who they're with, who's here in the living. I may get their occupation, their hobbies, their appearance, their loved ones in the living and on the other side, what they want to say. So there's all kinds of evidence that can happen. Um, and in a perfect world, one communicator will come in, will be able to identify it, get more validation, get whatever the message is, the reason that they're here, and then be able to move on to the next one. But it seldom works out perfectly and seamlessly. And the other thing I want to mention is a lot of times spirits will group together. And John Edward used to call that a me too. But most of us call it piggybacking. Like, let's say, oh, I've got the name John. I've got a father figure. He had a heart attack. He liked to fix things. And then all of a sudden, it's like I may be with one person, but then other people named John that are father figures that had those skills, which in a group of now we're 41, there's probably about a dozen of them on the other side in a group this size. A couple of them may ride that energy. It's all energy, and they may come through with the original communicator. And now I'm talking to more than one person. But in this type of a format, I'm okay with that because it allows me to get messages out for more people. And the other thing to mention with that is sometimes it's more of a vicarious experience and I'm with somebody else, but all of a sudden you're recognizing a lot of what I'm saying. Then take the message. Your loved one is probably looping in with the original communicator because they have similar references and similar evidence and validation to get a message for you also. So it works that way as well. And I think I covered most of the basics. See who else is in, and then we're going to get going. We have lovely Libra. Thank you. I'm a Libra and my life path number is 11. Lovely Libra 11. I just made the cut on September 24. Thank you, Tracy, for that. Hi, Lindsay. Thank you. We appreciate you too, lovely Libra. Hello, Errol, Beth, Renee. There's a few new names here. So hopefully, for those of you that are here for the first time, you'll have a good experience. I'm a Cusby Libra. I'm 10-11, so there's where you get the 11. See, I'm 9-24, so I'm literally on the cusp of Libra and Virgo, 1 degree. But my life path number, it adds up to 38 and reduces to 11. So we've got a connection already. So let me, I might as well leave my glasses on because I need them to see what you guys are saying. But happy birthday, yes, all the Librans. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy October. And so, dear Mother, Father, God, we open our hearts, our minds, and our intentions to connect with those loving and beautiful souls in the spirit world on the other side of life. And we ask that you assist us in our work to get clear, specific, validatable information from our loved ones, that we're safe and protected always, and that we are able to, in this setting, validate the continuity of life, prove that nobody dies, and also prove that not only do our loved ones survive the thing that we call death, but they remain aware and intelligent and are able to see what's going on in our lives and remember theirs. So thank you. Amen. Namaste. Shalom. Oh, happy Yom Kippur for those that are celebrating. I think those that are celebrating are not on the live stream tonight. I just realized that today's Yom Kippur just started. And I was born on Yom Kippur. So these are things I keep track of. So we've been Rosh Hashanah, the days of awe, and now we are celebrating. So maybe this is a form of atonement, doing some ancestral work and connecting with our spirit loved ones. But that might explain why there could be a few less folks on tonight. All right, so let me go. So not John, but I've got another common male M name with me, and that would be William, and somebody that would have been good with things like tools and crafting, stuff like that. I think he smoked Kent cigarettes, but I know that this is a smoker, but I'm seeing that brand in my mind. So I think that he liked those. So let me just see where else we're going with this person. I feel like this would be somebody oldish. I want to say an older gentleman, maybe not super old. I do feel like Well, I'm getting. I wanted to say I feel like the spouse is living, but I can't say that for sure. I'm just seeing an image of somebody that's important. That's a shorter woman that may be a little bit more full figured than slight or petite. I want to say. I feel like that's like you say hello, and there may be a name like Betty, Betsy, Becky, a name like that comes in. Now, remember, names could be in the living also, and or it could be their name or within the number 6 just popped up, the number 12, June the 12th or June the 11th to the 13th may have a specific meaning. And I'm being shown like exercise equipment. So I feel like we're talking about maybe in the living that you like to exercise, you've just been exercising. It looks like home equipment, but it could be at a gym. And I just feel like I want to say happy birthday to someone and just send a lot of love and send a lot of love to the family. Just let everybody know that I'm here. And this is the time where I'm going to just check in if anybody is understanding this, if anybody's getting these so far after passing. So is that, so that's, I don't know. Sometimes I think you're just answering a question. You're not validating the information. Me, my grandma, 613. That's what I say. When I get a specific date, I notice I could be one day off, and maybe it's just because it's different in different parts of the world, but only one day off. And you're wearing gym clothes now. I think Stephanie's the first one. So that's your grandma. Okay. So I don't know if you're able to understand the male figure also, but that may be the lead in for your grandma. So she's the one that's got that. And also, Doreen, yeah, definitely pay attention also because you've got the name and the father as well. Dad, William, yes, and her name is Maria. Okay. And my dad, he showed me he was around today. Smoke, yes. Mom is still around. Yes, that's right. Everything fits except dates in June. That's very, very interesting. And all CR saying husband 614. Betty, and my middle name, my name is Beth Shaw. All right. So something with 612, everything but that date is with you. And I think I've got a double link because Stephanie could take the date and something else, and her birthday just passed also. So I think your grandma. I'll start with Stephanie. And I'll go to Doreen, Children's School of Yoga. Let me remove the comment. So I think your grandma is a strong lady. She will probably nudge your way to the front of the crowd because she just did that. I want to say, and I feel like she's very much like a mom energy. So I don't know if you would see your grandma that way, but she comes through very much. I'm seeing a lot with wrappers. Now I'm seeing Christmas stuff, and it looks like pine cones that are like crafted, like pine cones that have a glue on it and sparkles. So that may be something that you might remember growing up that this grandmother did. But I feel like she's with you. She's talking about she's with you on your long walk. So I gather that you tend to walk also, and maybe that you talk to her. And she brings up something about poetry. I don't know if you like to write or you're creative, but she pops that in my mind. It tells me that you're very strong mentally. You probably had to just kind of nudge a couple of people away in your life. A lot of us have had to do that. Don't feel bad or guilty about that. Stick up for yourself, I want to say. And it does feel like that you're moving into some new situation. I want to say it could be work related, but definitely a new situation where there'd be new people around you. That's how she's trying to show. It could be something with family or friends that are changing. But I'm going to check to see if Stephanie's understanding any of this. So I'm getting a yes. So I think that would be yeah. Um, and I just feel like she wants to leave that with you with a lot of love, and just to let you know that she's always around. And all right, so that tells me, and as a medium, sometimes I think I'm half psychic and half translator. So that's why I'll sometimes I'll ask what that means to you. Now that I know that, to me, that's your grandma's way of saying that she's helped you to find a job, but not just any job. Like as I'm talking, I feel like I'm supposed to say it's not really so much about finding any job. It's about finding the right job and having discernment and not letting the pressures of finance sway your decisions and have you wind up in a bad place. I think that happened already. And she's showing me again the thing with the pine cones. You don't understand that? Maybe Doreen will if you don't. But anyway, let me see what else. So say, I'm looking for a new job and go for walks. So she's with you on those long walks. Yeah. So she's sending you a lot of love. And if you understand what the pine cones mean, they look like they have green glitter on them or green for Christmas. So anyway, no pine cones, no. Okay, I don't know what that means. That she's still showing me that. I don't know if I'm gonna move into Doreen also. And yes, yeah, let's think about that. Maybe that's something that somebody in the family does for their children or did or whatever. To me, although pine cones could be anywhere, I associate that with the beach because when I was growing up, I was fortunate enough for my parents to have a beach home on Fire Island, and we had all kinds of Japanese pines there and beautiful pine cones. So anyway, so where's Doreen? No pine cones to you, but if everything else fits, we'll take it. And if it makes sense later on, you can let us know. And by the way, we do a little special for people that come on these live streams. So if you want to get a personal reading or one-on-one, that could be by Zoom, or if you in my area near Kingston, I have an office there, or phone. Let us know, and we'll take 10% off. Mention Mediumship on the Medium channel. Take 10% off. And what else was I going to say? Yeah. And the email is info@adambetweentheworlds.com. I should have put that on the chat, but it's adambetweentheworlds.com. All right, so we're going back to that. Actually, I was just looking at things to do with grandson coming to visit, and pine cones was an event. So perhaps they're showing me that. If I should bring him to the event, maybe that's a sign. Yeah. And Lindy's saying we hung pine cones and nuts on our tree, and Annette is saying my in-laws' home at the shore had big pine trees on the front lawn. Christmas was a big deal in their house. So we'll see if we get any more information. But and what's Katie saying? Oh, we had pine cones. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. And I'm yelling at Prabha. Good intention to peanut butter birds. Seed still, and my son grabs them. So all right. Anyway, so let's see. So Doreen's dad is William. Yeah, it's like I don't think it's literally a lumberjack, but maybe he was a strong guy because I'm hearing the Monty Python's lumberjack song, which is probably just his sense of humor. Funny, as I'm talking, it's like the lights go on. It's like lights blinking. I think that's his way of saying that he's been around, like he's been showing himself more. Obviously, he's been around your mom too, and I know through past events that and I know Doreen's, at least somewhat. We're friends, so I don't know why the letter Q just popped up. I don't know if anybody's like a Quentin or Quintessa, or there's not too many Q names, but that letter just popped up in my mind. But or somebody 1 of 5, because usually Quentin is the 5th, if that's a boy, or Quintessa if that's the 5th girl. But anyway, back to Doreen. Yeah, I'm seeing the crafting stuff, so maybe that's also part of the yoga with the kids as well. But I just feel like saying that you're loved. I don't know who Ruth is. Maybe you do, since the name popped up. Sometimes I get Rose and Ruth, those names confused, but that popped up in my mind. I feel like say that you're doing good work and that you need a little bit of a break to maybe retool a little bit, but you're getting some new ideas and to start pushing and moving forward with that. They're showing me photos with streaks in it. I don't know if you've gotten any phenomena in pictures recently, but I think your dad's been trying to show himself more lately. And again, I know your mom's been going through her stuff. I know from talking to you yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that she's doing a little bit better. But let me check in with your comments for a second. My other all right, so there's a lot of piggybacking going on. Very good. Piggybacking, yes. And Dorian saying, yes, my bathroom light goes blinky a lot. Yeah, that's your dad. Very good. And Rose, my mom's mom, is over there with him. Okay, so I didn't know that. So So hello from your grandma also. And yet you see the sign. So look for those photos also, because I feel like that's a way that they're trying to get your attention and to let you know that they're around you and that they're aware. And Linda's saying your middle name's Ruth, and so is grandma. So again, if I'm not directly with you, but you're taking the evidence and everything, then they're probably using this connection to get a message for you too. Barbara is Annarelle is my husband's cousin. She met you at Lilydale. Oh, thank you to Barbara. Yeah, I wasn't there this summer. I missed it. 822, very good. Who's the grandmothers now? Yeah, I think all the grannies are stepping forth. Yeah, we'll see the signs again. So Doreen, watch the photos and yeah, just sort of a sense of coming to level. She's also. I think I switched to your grandma's energy, but they're together. Kid is showing kind of like taking the foot off the gas a little bit. I mean, if you're driving a little fast, that could be literal, but I think that's more of a metaphor that they wanted you to just kind of slow down a little bit, take a breath. I don't know if I'm with you, and I'm starting to switch. I'm starting to see larger dogs. I think shepherds, maybe German shepherds, maybe huskies, but that kind of size and build, I want to say, with similar coloration. So I don't know if that goes for you. I know you've got a little dog now. And it's funny, they show me the planet Saturn. So I think it's just also their way of talking about your interest in astrology and the interest in the stars and stuff like that, and to keep going with that, keep moving forward with that, basically. Yeah, you have been pulling back. Okay, so you are taking your foot off the gas. That's very good. So that's their way of saying that they're aware of that. Yeah. And you had a husky growing up, so that's why she showed me the dogs. Yeah, that husky's probably with a few other dogs on the other side. So very good. So that's just a little bit extra validation for you. Drinking lots of water. And Saturn's in play right now. Oh, well, is Saturn stationing right now? I know Neptune and Saturn are starting to pull off of that conjunction, and they're going to pull off of it for a while, but then they're going to be direct exactly. I think it's like right at the beginning of February or the end of January, so it's going to come back. So we get a little bit of rest and a little bit of cleanup work in the world right now. Yeah, things have to fall. And then we go and we start to ramp up in the new year into the new beginnings and the new level of awakening. All right, so very good. Oh, amazing. Yes. Oh, and that, yeah. So you've been taking a few things, right? And I have a feeling your loved ones are really trying to come in. Wow, very nice. So let me just see what else comes in. So let's see if we are within that. So they show me a boy. I mean, it could be a living boy. Or, you're kind of cute, a little chubby little boy, but not fat. Pleasingly plump. I want to say. Let me just see who the connection is. I definitely get an image of an older lady, probably a grandmother figure. She's probably describing a grandson, but I think he's grown up now, to be honest. I think I'm just seeing, they popped the name Charlie in my mind. So there may be a reference to the name Charlie connected somehow. I'm either with Annette or somebody else, but this lady, when she comes in, she's quite strong. I don't think this is somebody that pulls punches, but I feel like she's a nice person, I want to say. I feel like she really sets things up, organizes things, maybe for the holidays, maybe events, but does not like to have things out of place. And there's something about high-heeled shoes. I feel like she's just saying that she hated those, and that she's like made to wear them or something like that. Let me see if I can get more information you might understand, though. I'm getting the image of the school bus. There may be a reference that this person would have helped you with school, or somebody drove a school bus. Now let me just pop in and just see. There's a few things there for me, so definitely take that. Yeah. And And Karen saying, little mom trying to get, my mom loved pine cones. She decorated the mantle with green at Christmas. She had giant pine cones at her fireplace. Her name is Betty. So Karen, you're is that your mom? Did you say? Your mom definitely, got in. Yeah, she got, that was her way of coming in basically. And Judy's mom rode a school bus, and I don't know if we lost Annette with those. Oh wait, Annette was saying something. Yeah, the delay is good today. Yeah. Where did Annette go? Where did Annette's comment? That was the original comment with the two male German shepherds. Okay. Northern named Charlie. All right, that should fit the same person. Like all that should fit the same. I don't know if it's a fit. She was very petite, born November 3rd. It's a Nana Ruth by chance, and lovely saying just named Charlie, but all right. I think this sounds like this is really trending more towards Karen, but I want to see what Annette has to say. My mom used to throw high heel shoes. My mom, okay, that's your mom. Okay, she's talking about hating the high heel shoes, but was expected to wear them. So your mom is very strong. My mom babysat for my son when he was little. He was chubby. Oh, I'm sorry, he passed at 36. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's his way. Like her showing me the image of him as a child. That's her way of saying that she has him on the other side. I'm getting chills, and I feel like your boy would have a lot to say also. He just feels like he's very I don't know what the right word is. An old soul. You're very like endearing, very sweet energy. I want to say didn't always fit in with people or the crowd, so maybe felt a little bit out of place in life or feeling like different, I want to say. But I feel like he's a good teacher in his own right, and he's very protective, I want to say also. And he just popped the number 9 in my mind, and is it 23, 20 something. So I think there's a birthday or anniversary later in the month of September. That's the 9th month, and um, but that'd be your mom's way of just saying that your son is okay and with you on the other side. And I feel like in this energy there may be somebody that had you have some issue with either medications, drugs, maybe drinking or something like that. Not necessarily your son. It's just information that comes through around that energy, I want to say. And but I feel like he's a good strong energy, and I think he also makes the lights blink. And I think we're going to have a very active October. The veils are very thin, so I think a lot of people are going to get messages from the other side. And I don't know if there's a name like Tracy or Stacy, or something similar to that. But then we're hearing babysitters. That might go back to somebody that watched him, yeah, when he was little, other than your grandma, or it could go somewhere else. But anyway, hope that's making sense. And what Annette is saying is also very, very spiritual. Your birthday is September. He left the house on the 23rd, had an accident. Okay. So I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah. So I'm going to figure out, because there's somebody that just popped in around your son's energy, another male figure that I think had like an issue with substances, but I don't feel that around your son. If he had it, I'm not feeling it, or he's not showing me. Although he is showing me a Jack in the Box, so I think he liked to be very playful, or maybe the name Jack is relevant also. But I feel like that's just his way of saying that I'm here, that I'm with you. So that's why he showed me the number 9, your birthday, the number 23. So yeah, lots of prayers and love to you, and I'm happy he's been able to. So I think I may be coming to you also. And Linda's saying there are dogs, Jack and Charlie here. So your dogs are around, Tracy. Your twin is coming through. And Karen saying my hubby and I left our German Shepherd with my mom, and we tried to rename her. She did not appreciate it. All right, so all of you guys are getting some messages. This is awesome. And Lindsay saying September 23rd, my grandpa died. So they're all like kind of coming through together to try to just get hellos out to everybody. And I'm going to say a rule of thumb if I'm talking and to somebody else or getting references, and 3 of those things make sense to you or more, then one of your loved ones is piggybacking, trying to give you a message kind of overlaid on the other person's message, if that makes sense. I think this is the same Stephanie, right? Pine cones. My grandma had always used the pine cone Lysol spray, green bottle. All right. So very good. So let's see where else I'm going with that. Yeah, that was Annette. All right. So we got Annette's message out. I feel like we want to go to Tracy and then I'm going to find out who the other younger male is. There's 47 on the chat, so there's probably a few of them. But Tracy and Stacy, so that would make sense. So I don't know if this is connecting to your sister, but I feel like there's somebody that passed, I want to say from cancer or something progressive in that area. I feel like I'm more in the chest area. That could be most likely breast or lungs, I want to say. If that's not your sister herself, it may be somebody that she's with. And she kind of gives me the feeling that she could be, what's the right word? A little bit loud or not argumentative, but would definitely stick up for herself. But again, she is your sister. I know that you're very close. And as I'm talking, she showed me a big ear, so I think that's her way of saying that you hear her and that you or sense her. Maybe you get psychic smells also. I feel like there's a dog in the mix here too, but a smaller one. And she's showing me my symbol for depression. I feel like she's saying she's really helping you through times of depression also. So I feel like she comes to you when you're down. So maybe you have those issues up and down or stuff like that. But I feel like you're stepping up. There's going to be a big surprise around November connected to a male figure who's taller. And I don't know if that's somebody that you're meeting or somebody that's offering you something. But I feel like that expression, when you least expect it, somebody's going to come in and that's going to start to precipitate an important dream coming true. What about Japanese? Why did she just pop Japanese in my mind? Maybe you may be going to Japan, or maybe somebody who is Japanese is what I'm describing, but she just popped that in my mind also. So I'm going to, she died of emphysema. All right, not cancer, but it is the chest area. So she's trying to show me that definitely. So I feel that. So that's for you, yeah. And your husband is tall. Okay, so that would make sense also. Oh, do you know that? So that's interesting. If you suspect that, that's your validation, because you just popped the word Japanese in my mind. So she's just popping that and just letting you know that that she's aware of that and that she's with you, basically. And take care of yourself, basically. Maybe you are tending to take care of other people, and something with the word Bell or the name Bell or Bella. I mean, that could be a pet also. So let me just, the number 12. I saw Wilma's comment about 12 years old, but why true? Okay, so well, you understand that's fine, yeah. And yeah, again, take care of yourself. I'm seeing a lot around like a hospital. Almost looks like it could be radiology or testing, but almost looks like surgery, I want to say. And which can mean one of two things. I get images a lot and feelings, and I try to interpret that. That could be about a surgery that just happened or coming up, or somebody working in the medical field around that, or radiology or MRIs or something along those lines. So hopefully you understand that would either be your way of saying that she knows that, or she's saying hi to that person and stuff like that as well. I'm getting the image of skulls also, suggesting that we really enjoy Halloween, Day of the Dead and stuff like that. So we just entered into the month of that. And she's also showing a lot of elevation. So you may be heading into or having a spiritual upliftment and growth. And I feel like they're talking about getting back into yoga or stretching or stuff like that. So maybe that's happening, or you're doing that. But lots of love birthday Christmas. Interesting. Okay. Um, and Bella, my birthday is the 12th. Okay, so there's another 12. Yeah. All right. And hi, Chloe, as well. All right, so let me just take a breath. And Sarah does surgery. And hi, Laura. The person that I was with, Tracy, right? That's who I'm looking for that to make sense with. If not, I may have started to pull off your energy. All right. So I feel like there's a name like Doug, Don, like a D name. I'm not sure what names. Wait, no, I'm saying no. Let me clear my mind a second. Hold on. Okay, that thank you. That's what I was looking for. Well, your sister's aware of that. That's why she's showing me the room where surgery's done. So she'll be there to help your husband, basically. I mean, I feel like he might be able to put it off a little bit, but not too long. Oh, I feel like, as I'm saying, I feel saying, no, tell him to get it done with, get it over with, basically. All right, so very good. So that's why your sister popped that in my mind. The expression "spirit knows best." All right. Oh, okay. So that's back to you in that. So basically, all right. I was going to talk about Doug, and then somebody that had passed of something related. It could be drugs, it could be medication, or something like that. I don't know if that's Doug because I know that's not your. Is there a delay? Hopefully, we're not going to poop out again. He passed in 2005, but in any regard, I think that's your son's way of saying that he's with one of his best friends or his best friend on the other side. Basically, I have a feeling the person with the substance issues goes elsewhere. Because I'm not warm on that. I mean, if it is him, my mistake. But I think he goes somewhere in that energy. If not, I'll try to figure out who I'm with. I think there's a name like Chris or Kristen or Christine also connected with that energy if that goes to somebody else. And what are you going to say? Something still with Halloween. We love celebrating Halloween with jack-o'-lantern's costume. Her sister died of lung cancer. All right. And there was a few things, and she worked at the clinic. There were a few things that connected with somebody else that talked about birthday and Halloween. So again, that's sort of the interconnection. And but this is what I'm looking for. Your mother is Christine. That's why she popped the name Christine in my mind. So that's Stacy, your sister's way of saying hi to your mom also. So that's why that happened. Oh, there we go. Oh, wrong one. And this is why they show me drugs and alcohol. Oh, but he didn't die. Okay. I think there's something else. I do, and best of fortune to your dad. I feel like your sister's like, no, that's part of the meaning. That I think the message is, get him some help so that he doesn't get sick. Basically, all right. So back to Annette. So sometimes the spirits hang around. He was drinking and took a strong drug. There was a Christian who sold the drugs to Doug. That's okay. Thank you. That's what I was looking for with that connection with Doug and the drugs and the best friend being with him. So being with your son. So now I understand the reference. That's why they said no to the Doug, right? That makes sense. So Spirit knows better than I do, right? No, he's 70, no contact. All right. Yeah, I'm working with both of you at the same time. That's funny. All right. So anyhow, yeah, and that's what I'm saying for Tracy. I don't think that's what that meant. You're the person that has the sister that passed, and that's the one that has the son that passed. So that was more for the son's friend Doug, and now I know why. That wasn't for you, okay? And Jen is saying Angela is here. Well, Angela of the angels, right? So we'll take that. And And I feel like whoever Angela is here for everybody. So I almost feel like this is a strong spirit. I don't know if she or somebody passed at 50 or is 50, but they popped the number 50 in my mind. So I'm going to go to another contact because I've got my dad's name, George, in my mind, and I've got a military connection. So somebody is linking with my own energy because my dad was in World War II, and he's a George also. So let's see where George is going. Now, names could be who they're with, who's here's on the other side. I think there's a surname, a last name that sounds something like Cahill or something like that. I could be a little bit off on that, or a name that sounds like that would be connected in with this energy. I think there's dogs. Where are the cats tonight? I'm a cat lover. They're showing me all the dogs. I know the cats are there also. But anyway, yeah, I'm seeing the Sherman tanks. That's usually the way of saying World War II. So I feel like my dad, that who's ever coming through is a World War II vet. If he's not George, that'd be a very important name around over the family. And I feel like there's somebody with a sense of humor. He shows himself a little bit taller. I think he liked to drink, scotch, whiskey, maybe. I can smell it and see it. I feel like more of a social drinker, but trended towards drinking a little bit more than the average. I'll put it that way. And then I feel like he's saying, but he stopped that. And something about 59, something would have changed at age 59, or somebody in the living's 59. Maybe stop drinking. Maybe that's what it is. But anyway, I'm going to see if anybody understands that. Hello, Angela. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have a cat lover as well. Yeah, cat. But nobody's getting my George yet. Let me get more information before I move on. It's always possible that somebody comes in on the replay, takes the messages. That happens from time to time. But I know that he's here. It's like I almost feel like I'm seeing like photos. They're like old black and whites that are in frames, but the picture he's showing me, it shows like it looks like not a tank, but a military vehicle or a vehicle of some kind, and the frame is kind of a wider frame, a smaller picture. So I think and they popped Texas in my mind, so that might be relevant to where I'm going also. So I think either you would have this photo or you were looking at photos and using that as an example. And this is back to you, Doreen. And my grandpa, mom's dad, was in the military, had rights. Never turned drinking. My grandma Rose could have driven him to drink. All right. I'm still looking for the name George. That's funny because George is my spirit guide. I always swore he was military. That's interesting because I was with your energy also. I've been on since 10 o'clock, but my phone died. Then my friend, sorry. Oh, Jen or Jen is really Angela, right? Wow, you're in Saturn return then. All right, could be if doesn't nobody else is taking it, but I'm still looking for that name George. All right. Anyhow, if somebody gets that, definitely chime in. Yes, his name was George. All right, so it is your grandfather. All right, so your people are really with you. So just know, maybe you just needed to know that you have the support of your loved ones right now. And you're. I won't flash your age. I'll be polite, but yes, you are in Saturn return. All right, very, very good. All right, so Karen, yeah, your loved ones may be piggybacking also. So lots of love from your grandfather. He feels like he was probably decorated. Can I feel like there were medals? And you can let me know if you find that photo that he was trying to describe also that's framed. I want to say, I don't know if your mom would have that or where that would be, but usually when they show me something like that, it's relevant, like somebody was looking at it or something. So if that comes up, you can let me know. All right, so let's see what else. Her parents and husband. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. What do I need? A little more water. Lemon water, of course. I think I've got all the military people coming in now. Somebody named Ed popped up. And Jen is saying yes, or or Angela, as the case may be. And very good. All right. Did you talk about the name Hank? Was that you, Henry, Hank? They popped the nickname Hank in my mind, like Hank Aaron, like the slugger. I think you said that to your dad, right? And something about, I was gonna say Jersey, maybe Jerry, not Jersey, Jerry. Or it could be connection to New Jersey, I suppose. But I feel like your spirits are really helping to provide strength to get through your current situation. Just things that you're learning and growing from. It's not going to last forever. And important part of the training, but a lot of energy is being released from from the dark and density, and it's expressing. So a lot of people are having these types of encounters. In October, of course, the veils are thin, and it's kind of started early. So just know that your loved ones are there supporting. It almost feels like Dad is more here in the afterlife than he was in life for some reason. But having said that, it also feels like there's a very close connection. And I feel like I'm playing Scrabble or some kind of a board game also. So that might be relevant too for things like that. But in any regard, yeah, so I know that there's cats also. Let me just again take a deep breath here. I might go for some quick hits also, just to try to get some more people. So they bring up the name Bill William, a different William than what we got earlier. And I feel like, and names could be who they're with or who's important in the living. But I get the feel of somebody that, that would have dressed nicely. This looks like, I don't know, the 40s, 50s, 60s. But dance, it looks like dance where you twirl and hold hands and stuff like that. You know what it is, though? I think who's ever coming through is trying to talk about somebody that taught dance, whether the person himself did or somebody in the family did. Something the number 6, that could be June is important, or the number 60, one or the other, or the 6th day of a month. I think that there's a J name connection, maybe another Jen, Jennifer, Jean, but a name like that could be living or with them on the other side, I want to say. And, Sarah, that might have been a quick connection to you also. Yeah. Uncle Harold lived in New Jersey. All right. So not Henry Harold. Okay. Very good. And was Rose's brother. Well, Mom's side, lining up for her. Yeah. So Mom's side is really around and helping your mom. Yes. Thought I was having a drink. All right. So is this Sarah? But anyway, welcome. There's so much energy and so many people are validating different parts. I'm losing track of you all. So anything else with this particular spirit? Yeah, I'm getting back to the reference with dancing. There may be I don't know if it's Robert, but an R name connected also. I swear, I feel like somebody teaches dance, taught dance. So all of these things that I mentioned should show up in one person or one family. So let's see, there's 50 of you on now. And all right. I'll move off of that, but if anybody recognizes who this gentleman is, again, they pop the name Bill William in my mind, so that'd be relevant. There may be more than one William in this family. Okay, let me step back. So there's a name like, I want to say Jason, Jace, something like that. Let me see who's coming through. Somebody that I want to say either like to work with things like models, I want to say, or was crafty with details, I want to say also. references to around Christmas times is like the birthday, passing, or anniversary. Let me see if I can get more of this, because I feel like there's two people. You're both male, but there's one male who's younger, who is either taller or thinner, I want to say. Probably, he may have been around 50 or short of his 50th birthday. They feel like that there's an older person also, and I think it's the older person that was more like with the putting things together, whether it's models or electronics or stuff like that. I think this person might have had a military experience also. I think there's a D name like Dan, David, connected. Drinking coffee, like drinking lots of coffee also, I want to say, and just wants to reach out and say hi. And I feel like wishing somebody a happy birthday, going towards middle October, unless that was middle September. But I wanted to talk about around the 11th of the month, or the number 11. So let me just see. Welcome, Mary. What are you saying? My dad, William Bill, loved dancing the day. I'm a dancer. He took dance with him. All right. So anyway, pass those messages on. Yes. And then Nat is saying, my dad and father-in-law and uncles were in World War II. My Greek uncle was a great dancer. All right. So it's people that we've been to getting more validations. And Lindsay was saying, Robert is my grandpa, but I don't know anything about dancing. All right. There's a lot of Roberts on, so it's probably not for you. And lovely Libra saying, the guy I'm dating also has a grandmother who passed and taught ballroom dance, which I take as well. Yeah, that's what they showed me, ballroom dance with it. That was the style of dancing. So we may be getting a message for you. And you're born, hello, October 11th, right? You said that earlier. Now I know that I'm with you because I just saw your comment now. All right. So in any event, so lots of love from your people. I don't know who your people are right now, but anyway, I'll wait for you to comment. So yes, anti-military, the D name, yes, his birthday is in October. So hi from your October person. I may have frozen for a second. The internet's very unstable. Yes, I'm 1011. You're right. They pop that in my mind. I want to see. I think we're talking about more about the living with you, right? So I want to see who the communicator is. Well, somebody here had some issues in the left side of the stomach. I don't know if that's pancreatic, but I feel like I'm in that area. I want to say. I feel like there's a male figure that's important, and I think I was talking about two men, right? A younger male and somebody who's older that like to you do things with like finite skills like models or stuff like that. So it seems like the energy is going in your direction. There may have also been a connection to like airplanes, maybe in the military, but connected to airplanes like the Air Force, or worked on planes or something like that. Oh, thank you so much, Doreen. We love it when people donate. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Katie saying her birthday is 10/13 in Grandma Roberts, Jersey. Yeah, so quick message for you. And my father survived stage 4 colon cancer. You can't see where I was pointing, but maybe that's the colon, the upper colon, maybe I was pointing to. But it would be on the left side. So, and that would be his father survived that. Okay. And that's the person that you're dating. So in any event, it could be that the people that are coming through are connected to the person you're dating then, right? And Mary, I think Dan is cutting in and trying to say hi. It's almost like I get this feeling like you'd be dancing with somebody else and he would just kind of cut in and dance with you. Basically, that's sort of the energy with that. So in any regard, yeah, they're kind of tagging in. Okay. And this is the hit that I'm looking for too. So hi Betsy, and father made airplanes in the basement. Yeah. He's been trying to get my attention, and it's your mom that died of pancreatic cancer. Yes. So basically that's your mom's way of saying hi, and your dad too, if he's in the spirit world. If not, please say hi to dad from mom. But I feel like they're together, but I don't know that for sure. And And I feel like to say that you're doing a good job, but maybe you're doing a lot of cleanup work right now, which can be taken as a metaphor. And so I think we're going to both lovely Libra and Tibet, Betsy, both of you at the same time. Yeah, I thought they were both in the spirit world. So they're together. And I think there's a name like Jan, unless it's the month January, Jan popped up in my mind. It could be Janet, Janice, Jan, or similar name. That'd be, if that's not your mom, that'd be who I'm with. Say hi to in the living. Something with candy, but it looks like peppermint. So maybe that's something that you like. Of course, it's getting near Halloween, but it's sort of like that white and red striped candy that we loved as kids. So I feel like she's kind of showing me that. And I feel like part of the message is, to be childlike, to let that youthful spirit show that I almost feel like you're getting like a new, it's almost like a reawakening. It almost feels like somebody that had some health stuff or some difficult things, but moved through it and is feeling better now. I could take that on a metaphoric level or an emotional level, but I feel like they're saying you moved through a lot and the worst is over. So I don't know exactly what that means to you, but I feel like it's good news. And then as I'm talking, they show me butterflies, which could be a symbol that you can relate to one of your parents, but it also represents metamorphosis. So I think that's part of it as well. And your mom was Jean. Well, that's why they popped that name in my mind, right? So I love it when they give me their own name. So that's perfect. And very good. Yeah, and we play that for him. So yeah, they're under a lot of stress. And I think back to Betsy, I had a PTSD and doing much better. Well, your parents are aware of that, so that's why they popped that in. And oh, you're welcome. So let me see what other messages. Yeah, you're passing with flying colors. I feel like they're saying don't hold that against yourself. It just shows that you have a heart. I think this is your mom's way of talking, but I feel like dad can be very soothing. I want to say your mom is very loving, but might be more abrasive at times. And mom's very soothing, and I think they're trying to show me a saxophone, but some kind of a wind instrument that's a little larger. So I don't know if you or somebody plays, but if you get that would definitely be. I like when they give me validations after things that are less tangible to let you know that they're still with you and still talking to you. But they're definitely with you. Feel like the worst is over, and you may be helping a younger person, probably a male, move or to get ready for a move or something like that. So if you understand that, also they're aware of that as well. And your feedback is, I want to start trauma recovery coaching business, and I'm too tired to get the business off the ground. Mother played the clarinet, or that's about as close to a sax. Did I say a sax? If I didn't, that's what I meant. As close to a sax as you can get without it actually being a saxophone. And yeah, so very good. Yeah, I like the wows because that means that they made the connection successfully with you and you understand that. And we are also glad that you were doing better. So let's see. What a good suggestion. Thank you, Mary. Yeah. And for Mary, I just feel like a quick message. I mean, I know your loved one can be a little bit surly and abrupt, but it's just coming through saying you're trying too hard. And I don't know what that means, but it's just kind of that kind of energy and expression. You're trying too hard. So that's your message from your loved one, basically. But perhaps you should be oh yeah, of course you should be doing music. Hello, I'm forgetting who I'm talking to now. So I feel like again, we've talked about this in private readings. So I feel like your loved one is encouraging you to really focus a little bit more on the music, and just to know, plan for tomorrow, yes, but live for the now. And if there's additional money, which I know that there is, not because I'm picking up on that, but because we've done private readings with Mary, everything in integrity here. I feel like the advice is, yeah, you spend some money on yourself, balancing. Don't be stupid, obviously, and spend it all, uh, but find the right balance where you can invest not in your financial future, but in your energetic future, in your emotional future, and doing things that you really love to do. Because when you get back into that flow of energy, then there's going to be less resistance from the outside of things working out in your favor, if that makes sense. He's saying no. Okay, so what are you trying to say if I got that wrong? um, I don't know if you would understand this, Mary, but the retort back is, it's none of your business. Mary understands. So sorry. um, yeah. So in any event. Oh, good that you emailed David. So you got the advice. Very good. All right. So let me move on. Let me see if I can at least get one more. Um, um, so hold on. Oh, I've got a police officer. Now this is police. And could it be military or fire? No, this is police. Because I'm seeing the hat. I want to say it has the feeling more of a like city police, whether that's New York City, Poughkeepsie, whatever. Rather than like a state trooper. I mean, it may not even be in New York. There also may be a name like Lyle or Kyle or Carl, something like that pops up in my mind. It may not be the person that's coming through. Okay, so I know the person's here. I think he had gained weight before he passed. Maybe he lost it right before he passed. Another dog. It's like, I'm a cat lover. Well, they are showing me a calico cat or a multicolored cat also, but that might go to somebody else. I wonder if this is somehow connected to the Jason. And yeah, the other time. Oh, you don't know what he means. I feel like he's saying, Mary knows what I mean. It's none of my business. So anyway, maybe you'll figure that out. All right. So I know that, in the group of now we're down to 42, but I know that there's a few, police people that are coming through. So I want to see if anybody's able to understand that so that I can move on. There may also be a reference to Colorado or the name Denver, because that popped up in my mind, I want to say. Or Love John Denver, maybe, but something like that came up. Now, I feel like around this person, there's somebody older, I think female, that had pretty bad arthritis from what I'm feeling. And I feel like this was an older person. They bring the number 83, so that might have been an age that the person passed, or she got very ill that age and passed later. But I feel like both energies are together. This might be like a father, uncle, and a grandmother, that kind of connection, or a grandfather, grandmother. But not they all in fun, Mary, that they told me off. Yeah, little cat. So that would be your grandparents' way of coming through. But so we got enough specific things that somebody should get this. And you have a calico cat now, Felicia. So any of you with the cats have any reference to police work? I think the person passed on. I mean, I know, Mary, your people are military, but I really feel like they're showing me a police uniform. Interesting. The rest fits but the police officer. Unless I just pulled off that energy, the rest fits. I don't remember what the rest is, to be honest. But let's see. Let me get more information. About the older lady. Yeah, because it's like my arms like this, especially on the left side, and then the number 83. Okay, so that might be for you. And let me just see what else. I feel like they're talking about you're taking on a lot of responsibility. They kind of give me this image of like being very mentally strong and being able to handle things. So, yeah, and I think around your job, also around a job that needs to be done. So I feel like they're talking about that. There's a name like Tim or maybe Jim. Sometimes we get rhymed with name, but a name like that comes up. And I think there's a Ty, like, I don't know if that's Tyler, Taylor, but TY, I want to say that comes up also. Hopefully I'm not in more than one place. I want them. There may be a Jerry, Jeremy, like a name like that. And I think I may pull into a different energy now because I think there's a younger person that passed also where you'd have like those references. They show me the number 4, like maybe it was 1 of 4 or April or the 4th day of any month's important. But in any regard, but I thought he was alive. He had gained weight. My son is Kyle. Isn't Kyle or Carl, but it's Carlos. But I say Kyle originally, right? Gosh, well, I hope that your police officer's alive also. And if that's the case, there may be somebody just trying to come in around him and trying to say hi to your whoever the police officer is. And Bella's talking about Janice. Okay. And you had a Carlos too. All right. Let me just see what we can get for Jennifer right now. He had gained weight. My son isn't but Carlos. I could be a little bit off on names, but that's definitely a mistake that I can make. So and I'm hoping and assuming that your son's living. I don't know if you have like the Jerry, Jeremy, or that name, but let me just see what the message is right now. All right. So quick hello from your people. Sometimes when especially now the spirits are very active now. So I'm getting something, nobody's getting it, then other spirits get my attention to pull me off the original communicator. So I think that was that was Carl saying hi to you, basically, and his mom, because that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to say also, and you've been seeing butterflies everywhere. So very good. So your loved ones are saying hi, and hi from Jerry too. So it's like they're kind of coming through. They want to give hellos to a lot of people. So that's the style, rather than getting specifics for one at a time. It's like going to a lot of different people. They show me the coffee again, basically, and what's Benevolent Plum saying? Something about another reference to Denver. And hi, by the way, Benevolent Plum. My son just flew to Denver yesterday. I have someone in spirit, my daughter's father. He was early 40s when this passed. So I think he's taking the opportunity to say hi also. John Denver was sung a lot. All right. So, and he was in and out of jail a lot. That's another reason they could show me police, although I prefer if they show me bars if they're talking about incarceration. But that's another reason that they would show me that. So I think your father's son, your son's father, is trying to say hi. And it's kind of like the expression "let bygones be bygones." And you were in jail. Well, I was younger. I did something stupid. I was in jail for a short time myself. But I think this is I think this is for benevolence. So I think this is where I'm feeling, since there's a lot of piggyback. But I think this is the main message right now, and also with Felicia. I think both of you, especially since Jerry's your dad and you had the calico growing up, and I feel like he's giving you a big hug. That he's got this cat, and there may be another one that was white also, because that just popped up in my mind. And yeah. I feel like they're talking about that you're going places, that there's a lot of ascension, a lot of growth in the next several months. So hang in there, basically. And let me get back to Benevolent Plum. I think that was your handle. You're kind of, not a bad person, just kind of misunderstood. I just feel like this is somebody that self-sabotaged a lot. I want to say also, it just kind of gives me the feeling like he gave up, whatever that means. But I feel like he has been coming around, and he's showing like a lot of angels, and I think that's you, that you're the angel. And sometimes when they show me like the earth angel symbols, because that you're helping a lot of people, either with your job or the advice or the counsel that you're giving others, but they talk about you being able to pick up on spirit also. I think he may have liked the Who, because I guess got that insignia for that band, the Who, or may have like that kind of music, the person that's coming through. But in any regards, I just feel like he's saying that he's around, and that he's with you, and it's kind of like bygones be bygones, which makes me feel like you were able to forgive and move on, basically. So hopefully that's making some sense to you. That would be a yes. Okay. Yeah, I was trending into drug issues. Yeah, and he loved his cat. Yeah, I was definitely trending into that. But he just feels like a sweet guy, and saying that makes a lot of sense. So I'm glad that we got a message. Oh, I'm sorry about your brother. Yeah, one of my brothers who did a little jail time himself has crossed over this year too. I feel like Felicia. I feel like your brother. Like there's a big hug. Like you're very close. Is the feeling I get. Like this is a really sweet energy that's with me right now. And just kind of cheering you on, and your horses also cheering you guys on. Um, and something about having a big break or making a big splash in something. Maybe that's with the horses. I'm not really sure, but making a big splash with something. It could be starting like a new channel or something new. I don't know. I mean, for the people that are here, Felicia comes on the channel a lot, so I know she's a horse person already. That wasn't a psychic message, but the rest of it is, and I get the feeling like they're talking about maybe you doing more teaching or riding or stuff like that, or something along those lines, or doing something that would be through like maybe videos or talks that are really more about like horses, about how to ride, how to care for your horses. Like a really good horse person doesn't need the reins so much, because they get so linked with the mind and the energy of their horse. They can literally think, go right, and the horse can respond to that. And I know you understand that, because I believe that you've experienced that, even though we've never talked about it. It's funny because he's also shown me firecrackers. So maybe with your brother, there's a reference to the 4th of July also, like a birthday, passing, important event. And it could be, I feel like one of the meanings is that there's going to be some kind of an important event for you that may involve, the horses around the 4th of July, or last 4th of July, there was an important event. But either way, I feel like in the next couple of years, and I feel like he's saying the next couple of years that there's going to be like a lot of followers, a lot of shows, I want to say. And then within 5 years that you're really like doing very well with your work and business, and really able to help support other people with that. So, so in any regards, you're very good. Lots of butterflies. Yeah, Angela. Other than what I said earlier, I think that was a message before. I know that you're going through a lot, and Felice saying we are very close. I dreamed of my brother this morning. In fact, probably that's because he's here. Horses are amazing. Yes, and definitely with that. All right. Yeah, I know. I wish I could get to everybody, but we try our best. The next one I'm going to do is actually going to be on Halloween night at 8 p.m. So that's traditional. October 31st. I think it's a Friday this year. Which means I should adjust my reading schedule so I get a little bit of a break. But Friday at 8. I always do it on 8 because a lot of people have kids, get them out trick or treating, give them their candy, let them have like a sugar binge. And then that'll keep them busy for an hour. And then you come on and get meetings, basically. Oh, okay. So maybe that's part of it, what they're trying to show me. You're doing really good as a beginner. All right. Yeah. So in any event, yeah, I'm starting to wind down. I feel the energy dropping, but in any regard, just to back up, if anybody wants to get a personal reading, 10% off. Just mention this event because Yana handles the emails. So just say that you were on the mediumship event on the Medium channel. You like a reading, you'll get 10% off. Our email is info@andinbetweentheworlds.com. And very, very soon, that's good. So you're probably thinking about that because your brother was around you. Either he knows what you were thinking or he's telling you that, one or the other. Um, so very soon, a new website where I can actually market courses, but I have a free course that I'm going to introduce. That's about 35 to 40 minutes long. And it's, speaking of horses, the grand trifecta of spirituality. And it's basically just teaching people, because the Medium channel, first and foremost, is about spiritual awakening. I know I do a lot of predictive work. I got a lot of pushback from today. Some of you might have saw that. I might just delete that whole comment stream because it's just like negative and ugly. But a lot of times we talk about politics because we have to if we're doing an intelligent psychic forecast. And plus, people seem to like that because those are the videos that really get strong hits on the Medium channel. But there's a point in making that. Yeah, we do predictive work. Yeah, we do this kind of stuff. We do other types of videos here. But the main thing or the main goal of the Medium channel is really for enlightenment and spiritual awakening. So that's the foundation of what we do. And a lot of new people are awakening. So I made this course a while ago, mostly for the new people, because if you follow this course and do this, the grand trifecta, the three foundational practices of spirituality, no matter what form of spirituality you practice, it's going to be stronger for you and better for you. And then I have other free meditation. I've got the quantum abundance hypnosis and another free meditation, and then there'll be paid courses also. So I'm really excited. There'll be more news about that when it actually comes out. Oh, thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate that so much. And if I can find time, I might do like occasionally like a reading night where I'll even do cards, basically, not mediumship, but do like predictive kind of work also. Think about like other things. I need a moderator. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You had my back. You're trying to beat them back. And I mean, I can blame myself harshly for even engaging with them. But the other thing is that YouTube rewards like a lot of engagements, even though it's negative. But I've got to think of you guys, not the growth of the channel. You guys are the Medium channel, so I probably should just delete that whole thing and not engage in that negativity so much. But in any event, yeah. Take curses off. Yeah, I'm taking curses off of me every other day. It's just part of life being a YouTuber and bringing up things that are a little bit controversial. Not everybody agrees with, basically. And the ironic thing is I go pretty much down the middle because I'm not supporting Trump or against him. Same thing with the Democrats. I feel like there's a higher power that orchestrates the whole divide, and I really want people to be aware of that. So I present things in a very neutral way, but yet the Trump people will accuse me of being what's the expression, having TDS, and the Democrats will accuse me of being a Trump supporter and lover. But I'm not neither. It's just because the way that humanity is being programmed by the powers that be. If you're not with me, you're against me. If you're not clearly with me, you're on the other side. So that's that divide and conquer mentality. So that's part of the awakening, that let's rise above it, right? It's fine to have opinions in politics. Nothing wrong with that. It's fine to support one candidate or the other. But when it's a program and you start to really get emotionally, what's the right word? Emotionally, charged up and going into that hate and negativity, and then that's programming, right? So anyway, that's all I have to say about that. For those of you that might have been exposed to that whole comment thread. But other than that, I think it's a pretty good forecast. The irony is I spent maybe 5 minutes talking about Trump on a 30-minute video, but that's what everybody keys in on. But anyway, yeah, I'll have to work on that, right, Mary? I'll have to work on that. And figure out how to do that. Yeah. Anyway, for people that follow the faith and tradition, happy Yom Kippur. And what time on Sunday? Are we doing something Sunday? Oh, Sunday at 11 a.m. I do tarot time. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But every Sunday at 11, we have tarot time, and that's more of our community hangout where we'll give you predictions for the week, or not so much prediction, but energy updates, maybe a few predictions for the week or two ahead using tarot, other divination tools. But we kind of connect in community, so I share a lot of comments. We talk about various things. It kind of takes a life of its own. Well, thank you so much, you guys. I love all the love, all the money, the donations supports the channel. So thank you so much. Thank you, Ren, for that lovely comment also. And thank you to the new subscribers and the old subscribers and everything else. It has a pop-up before you comment. You have to be a sub to comment. Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. I mean, personally, I'm okay with all this, but it may upset other people. That's my concern. Like all that vitriol may be upsetting to people that come onto that video and read it, which is why I'm going to delete that whole comment stream, because people were cursing and being really, really nasty and foul. But thank you, everybody, so much. So next live, actually, we have a full moon coming up on Monday. It's a super moon. So probably Saturday night at 7, I might do like a quick things that we need to know, the energies of the full moon. Then Sunday do tarot time. And then Monday we do an activation group prayer, work with the master teachers with the frequency work. So they work with us and they charge my energy fields up. That's kind of how they work. I lead the process. They work on my energies, and they reach you because we're all connecting, and then they actually enhance the natural energies that flow through us. They say a lot, we're raising the frequencies. I mean, I think they're increasing the velocity more than the frequencies. I feel like spirits say, no, we raise the frequencies too. That's just the wavelength of energy. Like violet has a higher frequency than red, for example. That's all frequency means when you're talking about energy and waves. But they do that, and by doing that, they help to raise consciousness and assist in the awakening process. So that's what they do with us and through us. And we do this every full and new moon here on the channel. And then 2 more times a month, we do this on my Patreon site. That's Spirit Mind Family. It's only $5 to join. You get 2 activations with the master teachers. This is really appropriate for people that want to develop and grow spiritually, though anybody can join. Then we have exclusive videos, exclusive meditations, and we have little get-togethers, one on Zoom and one through live video. So that all that information will be on the pinned comment, which I'm going to get to now. And very good. So thanks everybody for being here. Good night. Love you, and we will see you next time.